This is my recommendation. It is You-ology, or at least that's how I say it, and it is a puberty guide for everybody. So the way that this came about was I have two best friends, both named Amanda, so all three of us are named Amanda, and we all had rising fourth graders. And we knew that the talks of puberty were going to start coming up, and we wanted to get ahead of it and start having those conversations with our boys. And so one of the Amandas ordered several different books and sent them all back and ended up keeping this one. And then the other two, me and the other Amanda, also bought the same book. So we decided that we would read the book with our boys over a course of a couple of months together, so we could kind of compare notes and share tips. Hey, when you get to this part, those types of things. The way that I did it with my son is that we would read one chapter at a time, and then he could ask questions. And then we wait a few days, maybe even a week in between chapters so that he had time to absorb it. It took us 2 to 3 months to finish it. He was 9 turning 10 at the time. And then after we finally finished it, I let him keep the book in his room so that he can use it as a resource if he has any questions. So I wanted to share some of the things about this that I really loved and kind of how I approached it in case that might be something that you are interested in. So let me get to the chapters. So it goes, here's all of your chapters that you're going to have in it. So it goes from talking about feelings, which is a big thing. Starting to have really big emotions was a really important thing. They get mad. You guys stop getting along quite as much. So all of that's really important. We talked a lot about the different body parts for both male and female. I chose with my son, we read all the parts about the females too, about periods, all of that stuff as well. He asked me a lot of questions. I felt like that was a good dialogue for us. One of the other Amandas chose to kind of skip through some of those parts. Both are absolutely okay. It talks a lot about how you are going to keep yourself healthy as well, making good food choices, all things in moderation. Eat junk food, totally fine. Just be healthy. It talked a lot at the end, which I really, really liked, about safety on the internet, which was something that we've kind of touched a little bit on, but it talks through some scenarios in every chapter about things that happen. It's like, so this happened to this child, and this is the scenario that happened, and this is what somebody else said, and this is how this person got out of it. What do you think? Which is really a great way for my son and I to talk about things. It talked a lot about pronouns too, just that you're kind of aware that people use different pronouns and just to be cognizant of it. So really, I can't recommend this book enough if you have a child who is going to be going through puberty in the near future. This is a great guide, a great resource for you guys to read together, and then other questions will come up. One thing, it does not talk about procreation, so that is not covered in this book. Now, once you're talking about puberty and all the girls' parts and all the boys' parts and all of those things, inevitably, they're going to kind of start putting some connections together, but this book doesn't go into it. We didn't really touch on that topic yet. It's something that I'm holding off on for my son. Other people may go ahead and go through all the way, but this book, great guide for parents and children alike, and I plan on using the same book when my daughter gets to be that same age.